Richard Long here with 7272 News, reporting on the economics of hookers. Hookering is the oldest profession on the books. Why? Well, it has satisfied the wants and needs of the population for years. What are those wants and needs? Entertainment, comfort, luxury, and having those relations with a hooker satisfies those needs and abundantly, directly upon the consumer's request. Thus, a scarcity in hookers doesn't exist. There is always a man or woman not getting any at home. The basic economy of hookers is provided by voluntary exchange, in which the labor, aka the hookers, gives herself the consumer, aka customer, through the help of her entrepreneur, pimp, or madame. In this documentary, we will go behind the red light and discover how it all works. Now, a word from our sponsor. Richard Long here with Madame Lizette. Now, Madame Lizette, what drives people to your establishment?
Full employment opportunities. Women become hookers for lots of many different reasons, There are times like economic hardship, can't pay your bills, your baby gotta be fed, and, well, hookering is just a way easy option to get out there. People is always gonna be needing to get some at some point or another. So full employment, I would have to say.
Okay, and why do women become hookers?
Well, I think I answered that in the last question, don't you think? I said that, women need to pay bills and they just have to strive for economic fulfillment.
Okay, and at what age do prostitutes have a utility?
Well, I'd say hookers between the ages of about 17 to about 30 is the best age. After 30, you start to get saggy and things just don't go very well and you start to lose your ability to earn money.
Okay, and where is your product market besides this brothel on 69th Street?
Well, I do own some territory up around, 72nd Street. Funny enough, 7272. And let's see, I recently acquired 6th Street, which is a very, very profitable business place. And I'm thinking about opening up a brothel around a little way out yonder. Can't have the police finding out about this.
Okay. And is there any economic growth in this business?
Oh, definitely. I myself am an example. See, I started out as just a poor, lonely little street walking hooker, and then I kind of moved up, and then I became an escort, and now here I am in my own brothel. Wonderful, wonderful businesswoman.
Okay.
Own lots of hookers.
And competition. Any comments?
Stupid bitches. I do not like those other pimps. They be needing to get away from my territory. It is my place. I have my private property rights. And it is so hard when you have other pimps and madame's hookers walking on my street stealing business from my girls. It's not good. I do not like it.
And what kind of services or consumer sovereignty do you offer?
I don't like your big word, but if that means variety, we've got lots of different. We got your Asian girls, we've got your gymnast girls, we've got your redheads, we've got your blondes, we've got your African Americans. We even got us a couple Indian girls recently acquired. So we've got flavors for every single one of them. We do have those special needs types of girls too. If you're doing some stuff that I really don't want to know about, but my girl will provide. I don't want to know, but I got her.
All right, thank you.
Anytime. You come back and find some services for yourself now, Mr. Long.
Oh, I will. Okay. Richard Long here with Amethyst, the hooker, and due to identity crisis, we have chosen to block out her face. Now, Amethyst, tell me about the land. What would you consider your land?
Well, seeing as how the land is mostly owned by Miss Lizette, I'd just have to say that the street that I walk on would be my land, and maybe the hotels where I go. Yeah.
Okay, and how about the capital goods?
What does that big word mean?
The special items needed for certain services.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, there is you definitely need to use condoms because otherwise you be getting STDs and you just be losing all of the stuff that you're built your career on. So that's definite. And then there's other certain special items that certain customers need to get off.
Okay, and how about the financial capital?
The financial capital?
Yes, the money you earn. Where does that go?
The money I earn, well, about 10% of it goes back to Miss Lizette so that she can provide for me in a nice way. And then some of it goes to doctor's appointments so that I make sure that I'm still safe and clean. And then some of it goes to pay my bills. And then the other rest has to go to supply those special needs items.
Okay, and what kind of services do you provide?
Well, I offer all sorts of types of services. I mean, and depending on how much you pay me, the productivity will definitely be different. I mean, if you aren't going to pay me more than $50, you ain't going to get nothing. And then there's these certain activities that I specialize in. That's classified information, obviously, but yeah, I think that's about my service.
Here now with customer codenamed Humpty Dumpty, here to discuss his experience with hookers. Due to identity recognition, he has decided to keep his face and voice hidden. Well, fun with a hooker is not worth the trade-off of an unhappy marriage. The opportunity cost also of losing time with my family is even worse. There was a time when I was so lonely that I actually went to 69th Street to pick up a hooker and take her back to any hotel.
I would take long, you little puddin' pop. You better come back here.
Shut up! Okay, like I was saying, well, we went back and...
Oh, hey, Mr. Reporter Man. I thought you wasn't... I'm not done with you yet.
I said shut up. Due to technological difficulties, the rest of this segment can't be completed. Because of price stability, most hookers are wealthy not only in money, but also in customers. Sadly, they lack a healthy standard of living since the occupation of prostitution is not a free enterprise. There is also the paradox of value condition to think about. Many of the women become subject to violence, drugs, and STDs, thus having their careers plummet and bills skyrocket. And this concludes the economics of prostitution. So next time you think you might hire a hooker, think about these issues. This is Richard Long with 7272 News, and that's the way that cookie crumbles.